Sweet.
All right.
So today's question.
Yes.
It's 2022. Market is extremely difficult. A lot of people know that. Inventory is at an all-time low. People are trying to think, where can I create business from? And today's topic, is your referral network in place?
Yes.
And now is a great opportunity to be working on that.
Is that a comment or a question?
I think it was a statement.
Statement.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I think it is.
I think people like referrals.
Mm-hmm.
They like to receive them first, and they like to send them second. And outside of the opportunity to do that, they don't think much about it. And it's a great opportunity to, at any time, right now, start working on that network.
Right.
For the opportunity down the road.
I think they're missing the boat.
Yeah.
On so many different levels.
And it's just so much today because of the world that we live in, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got in the business 22 years ago, and yeah, we did referrals. But I mean, I would even get referrals from like La Alhambra or something.
Right.
Or, maybe San Francisco or San Diego or even closer than that. But today, I mean, not only is it national, it's international.
Yep.
Because we have such a mobile society. It's so convenient and easy to get everywhere and to live in different places. And now with having gone through COVID and everyone thinking, boy, I can work remotely. I'm going to go live in the middle of nowhere and do this. So, yeah, I think it's a great opportunity.
People are migrating more than ever. I look at, you know what? We talk about the traditional ways of doing business, and you go way back to basic traditionals, your door knocking, your belly to belly, cold calling, things of that nature, center of influence, calling your sphere. There is no easier call in the world to make in our industry than, hey, Travis, I'm just trying to connect with people in other parts of the world and create relationships with them. I noticed you've been in Arizona, and it looks like you do some business out there, and I just wanted to create a relationship with you in case we've got any referrals that go back and forth.
Absolutely.
You're not going to get a no. Right? So, and today, really, let's talk about, okay, so it's easy to make the ask, but it's also easy to make the ask, get the yes, and never do anything about it.
Yes.
So,
yeah, you got to have a plan. You got to have intent.
Correct.
And I think the easy way is, okay, where have I sent my most recent referrals to?
Mm-hmm.
Where are people that I'm working with talking about going to?
Correct.
Does my friend base, does my associate base, who are they talking about? Mm-hmm. So for us, I mean, I think it's pretty easy. Florida, Texas, Nevada, Arizona,
Colorado,
Idaho, Colorado. Those the easy ones to start. So grab 5 of those.
Right.
And start making some connections.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Nestor's, Travis down here in Southern California. I see you're up there in Boise.
Right.
Send a number of people up there. I'd love to have a referral partner up there that I can count on and vice versa. Is this something you'd be interested in? Sure. Awesome. There's a couple things I'd love to do with you. And then,
then you go from
work
there.
it.
And, part of it is the introduction, and then part of it is the follow-up on what can I do. We can stay real basic, and an email can go out to you. Remember me, Travis, the once a month I can send you an email, or I can even put you on a mailing list. I can put you on my card list of thank you notes and things like that, holiday cards and all of those things can be done. But, hey, this is an opportunity where you can be the creator. We've talked so often, agents, hey, one of the strategies out there, join a local BNI group or something like that. But we've always talked about, don't join the group. Be the creator of the group. So why can't you do that with a referral network?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm starting a Facebook group. It's a referral network. Invite only. We're going to find agents from all different areas, and we're going to bring value to each other because we're all going to be part of this group and be able to intertwine and direct people each and every way. And now that you're the creator of the group, you're bringing value to everybody else that's in there, and they're bringing value to it, and it's easy to stay connected. And it's social media, so it's fun.
You know what I'm seeing in my head? This is not going to surprise you at all. This is a perfect place for a system.
Absolutely.
Because you're driving it. Mm-hmm. You're going to have people that will jump on board with you and
Right.
they'll be very involved. You'll have a lot of people who say yes but are distracted, and maybe that morphs through the group, you know, right? Because some people get the energy, they're doing it, and then they're not, and whatnot. But that shouldn't keep you from holding that group together.
Correct.
So you're right, that monthly something. Hey, I'm here, don't forget me. But then also, yeah, I mean, maybe you want to, when you send it out, you're like, hey, all right, they said yes, got to make sure they're in my Facebook group.
Right.
And make sure they have the invitation to that. And then I'm going to be sending out my invitations to do, you know, your different things like area informational videos, sharing listings, you know, on Zoom, whatever it is, and be committing to those on a regular basis.
So you just said something very important, and people do not realize this. Agents. We have to recognize, we make the assumption that people know that we can refer people to other areas. A lot of times our clients don't know that. And if it hasn't happened to you, and you're in this business long enough, it will happen to you where your client is relocated to another area and they didn't call you and ask you for your help to find an agent because they just assumed you couldn't. So,
Or just didn't know you do that.
right, so they make that phone call themselves and find somebody themselves when you left that 25 or 30% or 35% on the
Yep.
on the table, and that possibility of being able to actually serve them from here to over there.
Yes.
So that happens
Exactly.
more often than we think.
Yeah, and so that's why this is a great idea. You know, if there are areas, now you're going to have these referral networks. Let's take an example. Let's say it's Reno, Nevada, whatever. You got a couple people who are relocating there. And so you get that agent involved. You produce a little content, however you're going to do that. I don't know if that's going to be digital or video or what media it takes. And says, hey, here's why people are moving to Reno. They love this. They love that.
Right.
Here's what it looks like. You know, maybe you can go into property taxes if you need to, or what is it about that area that people need to know. Whenever I go to conventions, or certainly RE/MAX conventions, and I talk to people from around the nation, around the world, my go-to is, so how do they handle property taxes in your area?
Okay.
I just want to know. I think it's interesting. Well, I think a lot of people would want to know that, right?
That's a great point. I always jump to the value. You know, what does a certain price buy you in that area? What's the median
Oh, yeah.
price?
See, now that's a great
So,
question. I've never
you know,
done that.
I always look at that, but that's a way to educate somebody on some of the different things. You know, and it can be anything from, you know, Travis is in Texas and I'm in California. With technology now, we can be on a Zoom and be connected. And hey, this week's support local. Travis is at so-and-so in Texas, Texas barbecue, such and such, blah, blah, blah. And I'm over here in California at, you know, I'll try to compete with barbecue over here, but it's just not going to happen.
No, we would do like Mexican food or something.
There you go.
What is unique about Southern California? Well, we're so close to Mexico. That's probably something we have a lot of.
There you go. So there's our little tidbit. Now the community that we're sharing this video with understands it. Oh, we have a connection to this area. You do next week. Hey, Nestor's showing a property in California priced at $1 million. What's $1 million buy you here versus $1 million in Texas? And we're doing a walkthrough there.
So let me ask you, you're flipping through Instagram, you're flipping through Facebook, you're in WeChat,
Right.
and you see, hey, look what I just sold. Hey, look what's for sale.
Right.
Hey, I got an open house coming this weekend. Hey, check out why people like to move to Reno. Which one are you gonna look at?
Why people want to move to
Yeah,
Reno.
even if you're not even thinking about moving to Reno.
Exactly.
I mean, how sticky is that?
It is sticky.
So this takes work, but I mean, on the other end, of course, you're going to hit areas.
Right.
You know, hey, have you ever thought about Boise, Idaho? Check this video out and have it going through with cool pictures and things.
Boise's just sticky right now because a lot of people are moving there. I have no clue why, because I haven't looked.
Beautiful area. I think, yeah, it's you think this market's crazy. It's insanity out there. At least it was when I went out. But anyways, yeah, that would be cool. And then you could have some, at the bottom, you can even have it, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths,
Right.
2,000 square feet, and then have the prices on there. So you know instantly, hey, what's the pricing look like?
Right.
Man, I'm coming up with some great ideas here.
Hopefully you guys are writing this down, and more importantly, take action on it. We're throwing a lot of stuff out. Remember, don't try to overwhelm yourself. Don't try to do everything all at once. Pick one thing and do.
Yeah,
But-
because you'll probably do it over. and everything morphs, and it's all okay. But do it.
But
Do the one thing.
I love the idea. So, we go into advance here. We're talking about people that, I'm reaching out to people in Arizona, I'm reaching out to people in Texas, Idaho, and things like that. So, Travis, I'll advance even further. Let me start to do my real homework and do some real research and find out what real estate agent is in Nevada or Idaho or
Tennessee.
Arizona or Tennessee that used to be in California, that used to be right here in my marketplace.
Yep.
Because they still get phone calls from their friends that are here saying, hey, you still here? I'm thinking of selling.
Got a great agent for you. Who are they going to think of?
Exactly. And can you get 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 deals here a year? You absolutely can.
Yeah. But it's like anything else. You got to work it like your SOI.
Absolutely.
You got to be present. I wish I could remember the scenario, but I distinctly remember I had a need for something. And it was slightly urgent, I don't remember why, but I needed something. I'm like, and I got a little frustrated, and I finally found someone who could help me. And like a week later, I run into this guy I know extremely well, who does exactly what I was thinking of. And it never dawned on me to give him a call, because I see him when I see him, and I never really get information to keep him top of mind. That's the important thing. If I would have been top of mind, I would have loved it. You know how it's wonderful to refer business to people that you know. It feels good. And so I was upset at myself for not having thought of this guy, but he also didn't make an effort to make sure I remembered him. So that's what we need to do.
I'm laughing. I'm ashamed to say it, but I'm about to say it. This happened yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Client calls, moving to this area. Need a referral for an agent over there. So no worries. Give me a little bit. Let me do some homework. I'll call you back. Go through the referral network that we've got on the back end, Remax. I'm looking up different offices over there, looking at people, start to plug in some things, and group of people pop up. I just randomly picked one person to call.
Yep.
Said, let me get to know you a little bit more, so let me make a phone call. So I call the number, receptionist answers the phone, I introduce myself and say who I am, and I asked if so-and-so was available, and they said, no, they're not available right now. Can I take a message? And I said, yeah, Nestor, I'm here in Irvine, California. I've got a client that I need to refer somebody over in that particular area, and I'm just looking for an agent. And she asked, what is it for? I said, it's for a listing. And she says, okay, this is an urgent call. Let me call the agent, and I'll have him call you right back. I said, I appreciate that. 3 minutes later, I get a phone call back. Nestor, it's been forever. From C21, from like 20 years ago, we used to work together at an office 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, I'm feeling so bad because he remembered me and he's having conversations. Yeah, we used to do this and we used to do that. And I'm all like feeling, I randomly picked him and didn't realize that I'd randomly picked somebody that I had already had a relationship with years ago. But
you don't want to count on that.
No. I was like a shame on me for not remembering. But just interesting. It was interesting to me, a small world, but sometimes the universe just brings us back together and brings those relationships back. And for me, this is an opportunity to keep that relationship for the next time. So, but yeah, it was a funny story yesterday. I felt bad. Hopefully he does watch this. Hopefully he doesn't watch this because I kind of faked it and didn't say I didn't remember you. So, but I think he knows anyway.
You've been reunited, and that's what counts.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, I like all this stuff too because actually I was at a friend's house, and they're like, "Oh yeah, these are the agents that really have just taken over this area as geographical farmers." And this was way up in Garden Grove. And they said, oh, here's one of their mailing pieces, and they gave it to me. I said, hey, can I keep this? And they had it. It said, hey, we're here to help you sell your house, come to our neighborhood, whatever, doing the really good geographical farming stuff. And then right below it, it said, lots of our clients are leaving town, and they're looking in these areas. Here's what you could expect of those. And they had listed right there like 6 or 8 properties. I forget if it was Texas or Florida or wherever it was. And I was like, this is brilliant. So that's information you could pull from your referral network.
Right. And so you answered the question there, because I know some of the people are, well, is it legal or is it proper to advertise somebody's property from over there? Absolutely, with their permission.
Yeah.
Their
Just
permission,
send me
give
some
them
listings
credit.
tonight from your brokerage that I can show. And then it's awesome because now you're reminding all these people that I do help referral people.
Right.
And they might even come to you and say, oh, wow, could you help us? Because we were thinking about that. They never would have done that without that mailing piece. And then you can use all that to mail to your SOI. Hey, don't forget, if you guys are ever looking to relocate, I got great connections across the nation. I'd love to help you make it a smooth move.
So watch this, because it's value both ways. That listing agent over in wherever it was that they were marketing that person's property, in that agent over there, their listing presentation, we actually market your property boots on the ground in California.
I didn't even see that coming.
With
That's
our
awesome.
network, yeah. So we're not just marketing here, 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 and here. We're taking people from where they're relocating the most and marketing boots on the ground.
We're seeing people come from Irvine, California, and we've got a number of agents out there that we work with that present our listings out there as an opportunity to move to this area. We've made a couple of those connections.
I got to make notes. This I'm going to actually rewatch.
Not to be sure it's okay, but to learn again from it.
Exactly. Yes, there's some implementation in here. So,
I mean, you could just meld this into everything you're doing.
Absolutely.
You're a geographical farmer. You got a month. You're like, oh, I need to put something out. If you had that planned in your system ahead of time,
exactly,
that could be the piece you put out about relocation. Is everyone going to be interested in it? Of course not. You know, a lot of people will be like, oh, there's Nestor again, and throw it right in the garbage, which we fully expect.
Right.
But others, it's going to resonate with.
Well, in that particular case, everybody that it resonates with is a listing.
Yeah. Hey, how about you talk to your referral partners, and you say, hey, you know, you're out there in Texas. You guys do much investment property out there? Oh, yeah, we got great stuff out here.
Right.
Well, what's that look like? Well, you know, we usually get about an 8% return on you got to get about $60,000 in to get the right property. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. Mail campaign to absentee owners. Boom.
Go.
Hey, you got a lot of equity in your property here? You want to see some opportunities in Texas where you can buy multiple properties and blah, 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 blah? Boom. I'm getting anxious.
Well, right?
I'm going to go start selling again. This is a great opportunity.
You know what? I'm afraid to give even more information and more ideas because, again, I want to go back to we've given a lot of great things here, and if you try to implement all of this at once, you're going to overwhelm
Just grab
yourself.
one.
And, so we need to do a continuation of this. Love to check back and...
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right.
Subscribe and like.
Yes, please.
Yes, and
How
share.
does that? Is it subscribe?
Subscribe.
Andrea, is it subscribe and like?
It's
or subscribe and like? Or what do we do here?
I think it's tag the
Okay.
bell up above and subscribe down below and comment down below. And you know what? On this one, share it.
Yeah.
Share this with somebody that's out of area and just say, hey, add this video and say, hey, I saw this, I got an idea, I want to create this network, so I wanted to share this video with you and see if we can't create this network together and build a relationship. There you go.
We'll sell it for you.
There we Exactly. Thank you guys. Appreciate it and have a fantastic day.